back. We will be here forever. Do you understand?
Hey, it's Shan here. This week I speak with Nathan Kealy. Nathan Kealy is an old skater from the Newcastle area in Australia, New South Wales. He's been skateboarding forever, 90s was his era. He's an interesting character. He's a kind soul, and I wanted to have him on the show because Nathan is about to embark early next year, on a skate from the area of Port Macquarie to Newcastle. It's around 301 kilometres. He's doing it unassisted on a normal skateboard and pushing the whole way. It's the good push, and it's to raise awareness for suicide prevention initiative, Talk to Me Bro, and another initiative called Brave that supports the development and skill building in children. He's doing it because he had a burning desire to make change, advocate, and leave some kind of legacy for his own children. He talks about the difficulties he's had in his life. He's dealt with child abuse. He's dealt with family separation, loss of children. He has also dealt with addiction to drugs and alcohol. And he relays a day in which he hit rock bottom. And all those factors combined have led him to this journey in which he wants to embark upon. Nathan has never done anything like being on a podcast. He's quite a shy person who has never done much public speaking. And it was a big deal for him to be on the show and have a microphone in front of him and talk about his life. He was obviously nervous, and he was obviously, it took a lot of courage for him to be on the show. So keep that in mind when you listen to this episode, because ultimately he's a really kind soul with a huge heart. He also, I forgot to mention, has osteoarthritis in his knee. He has no cartilage in that. So he's about to do this big push, 301 kilometers on his skateboard with no cartilage in his knee. And it's because he can't afford to get the surgery. It's that simple, under our current health system. So I hope you enjoy it. It's an interesting episode. He's a good dude. And as always, I do these podcasts for my children, Clementine and Otis. Enjoy it.
Child of the crayon, child of the light, styles of the neon belong to a culture destined to rock for eons. Time doesn't exist. Shut those cataracts, capture the virtualist. Now, let's get back to what makes things seem forever, whether it's unseen, unheard, or it's 16 again. Not a bother. Fill this old man river, kill a floor.
I'm still not finished. I want to ollie back onto a picnic table, man.
You don't feel finished?
No.
Dude, I feel the fucking same. I'm not done. I thought I was done. And I even had a moment on the weekend where I really had it in my head that I'm done. And then I was with this photographer guy, and shout out to Dean Armour, legendary Sydney skater and photographer. He was like, look, I've got an idea for this photo where we're skating because this bridge in the background looks really good. Like, can you please do this particular trick on this flat rail? And I'm like, oh, man, I don't know if I've got that. I'm done,
Yeah.
It's like, no, I reckon you've got it. And it took him to push me out of my comfort zone, and I got it. And it was like a rad photo. And I thought I'd never get a photo like that at 46 years of age, and I did. And I'm like, I was thinking about it the next day. I was like, I'm not fucking done.
It's a killer photo too.
You're not done, are you?
No.
Yes, sir. So, Chad Caruso skated across America. Tell us about what your plan is to do.
So I plan to go up to Port Macquarie, start off at the skate park there, and then just do the push. The push from Port Macquarie to Newcastle. So I wanted to do it over 3 days, but because of my injury, I'm going to push it to 5, but I'm going to do it. So it's just, my wife's going to be with me in the car. So if anything does happen, we can, nothing's going to happen.
How far is it?
It's about 300 Ks.
300 kilometres, unassisted.
Yeah.
Just pushing.
Yeah.
On a standard skateboard.
On a standard skateboard.
Like not like a cruiser board or anything like that. You're not?
No.
But you are going to get softer wheels, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, hopefully the 60 mil speedies the ADHDs come in.
Yes.
But, just because they're just wide.
Has to be
Yeah.
Spitfires.
I mean, I feel like I'm cheating on them because I've got OJ's super juices at the moment. I mean, they're good, but
So
they're
you've
not
already started
Spitties.
training.
Yeah. So,
What's your training look like?
so I do the
One-legged squats.
I just push. Yeah, so I did the Fernley, so Belmont to Adamstown,
How far's that?
15K.
Okay.
And then I just, caught the train from Adamstown to Cockle Creek and just finished that off from Cockle Creek around to Warners Bay.
So, for those of you that aren't aware, it's the Newcastle area, which is 2 hours north of Sydney on the east coast of Australia, New South Wales.
Yeah.
So would you say it's a fairly flat area?
Yeah, from Belmont to Adamstown, it's like a slight uphill.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to push it to go Belmont to Newey.
Well, okay. So you're just going to incrementally build it
Yeah.
up. So you think you can do 300 kilometres in how long?
5 days.
In 5 days.
Yeah. But I want to finish on the 27th of June, which will be the 7th year of my sobriety.
All right, dude.
So,
Interesting. Significant. Yeah. So I really want to delve into like what's really inspiring you to do this. Like, when did you have the wake up call to go, hey, I want to do this?
Yeah, I think ever since like the dark day that I had 6 years ago, the 7th of November 2017, where it was scary. Like at the time I was cooking for guests, and I don't know if anyone's been in a kitchen with the noise of the hood and pots and pans and stuff. And to me, I think it was just it was built up over the years of stuff that's gone on in my life. And I just completely went blank, dark, and all I could hear was voices just kill yourself. So it rocked me. I quickly raced out, jumped on the scooter, raced back to my unit, and just hopped in the shower, just thinking, God, and I was like, I was just in this, couldn't shake it, and I just wanted out. So man, fucking.
Just a really strong feeling. Where were you living at the time?
In Thailand.
You're living in Thailand. What were you doing there?
It was private chef.
Private chef to like rich people?
Yeah.
What do you think of rich people?
He was rad, dude.
Was it?
Yeah, he was rad. I think it was just like years of working skeleton staff and just pressure. But yeah, I think that gig came too long.
How many people are you cooking for?
Just 2 people to 20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay, by yourself?
Yeah, and sometimes you've got another person with you.
Every single day?
Yeah, but then it could be, the guest might go, yeah, I'm going to go on a yacht today, so you pack them a lunch. Or, so then that gives you either a day off or whatever. But yeah, that's just a new menu each day, from 6 o'clock till 11 at night.
Was it quite a well-paying job?
Yeah, it was.
So you felt like pressure to perform?
Yeah.
Because of that?
Because I think, you are the worst. You're the worst critic. So you're just putting so much pressure on yourself. Like, me coming from like the schnitzel capital of the world, Newey, and cooking for billionaires. Like, that's crazy.
Did you cook that guy schnitzel?
No, I think his last meal was like a degustation, Moroccan inspired. And that was the dude who was with Pfizer. So, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So who were you living with in Thailand?
Myself and other staff.
Okay. You weren't with like a partner or your kids or anything like that, yeah?
No. He paid for them to come over for 2 weeks as a gift, which is rad.
Yeah. So on that particular day you mentioned, you said that there's just like this build up of pressure within yourself.
Yeah.
And then it manifested in what would you consider that like a full nervous breakdown?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Like it was scary. Like
Was it?
you know, you're just so far away from your family. You know, it's not like you can just jump in the car or whatever, and but it's just 13 hours away. Just
Well, it just felt completely desolate.
you know, because everyone there is just there for work.
Okay.
So I just felt like I didn't have anyone to turn to because they're just work. Whereas,
So do you think it was just the build-up of work pressure, or what other factors do you think contributed to that sort of breakdown?
I think, I've always, I was just an alcoholic as well. Like, you know.
Seems like all chefs are.
Yeah. And too, drugs. So it's another thing too. Like, I got to a point where I was just having like at least 24 long necks, you know, a day.
Okay. Long necks. Dude, 24 a day.
Yeah.
And then working 13-hour shifts.
Yeah.
So you're working when you're drunk?
Mm.
Really? Okay, that would have contributed. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And it was just changing me as a person. I didn't like it. Like, it just reminded me of like how I used to see my pop. Like, he was a war vet. So I used to see him, like, you know, he'd have like these nightmares and just come tearing out. But, you know, I didn't. Seeing him, like, he would have seen some horrific shit. Like,
Your pop?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Like, he was in the war, so SAS. Yeah. But, I just saw him, and he was always drinking alcohol and stuff like that. So then I was like, fuck, am I becoming him? You know, I was always at work. Family was never a priority. It was always work. So it was, I didn't like the person I was coming to. I was just a knob. Fucking flat knob.
Where'd you grow up? I know, like, you mentioned Newcastle, but...
Yeah, Spews Point.
Yeah, so how would you describe, like, the actual area that you grew up in?
It was pretty cool. It wasn't, I don't know, I didn't really have that many friends, really. It was only a handful each time. But, yeah, I think I always played sport, like soccer and tennis and stuff like that. But I think we were always the last for the trends. You know, like a BMX hit, and, you know, we never could afford one. So then we'd get one, and then the fad was already over. So then it was like, then skating came along, and that was like, we'd always have skateboards, like the penny boards and stuff like that. But
So there wasn't a lot of money in your household?
nah, parents were always working.
Were they?
Yeah.
Were they still together?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I'm the eldest of 4.
Are you? Did you get along with them?
Yeah. My brother, not so much. Yeah.
Yeah. So how old were you when you actually started skating?
I was like probably about 10. Like, obviously on just riding like the penny boards with no shoes, you know, doing those sorts of things. But then, my nan got me the best setup from Ray Richards back in the day on Hunter Street.
Okay.
And
Is that a skate shop?
Yeah. It was
Like the OG skate shop
yeah, I think
of Newcastle?
Yeah, it was like Mark Richards' old boy, I think it was.
So it's a surf shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I picked it out. But then it was the cab.
Get right up in that microphone. Okay.
It was the cab, the fluoro green one.
Okay. The dragon?
Yeah. You know, it's in one of the books with it was only 60 released with the airbrush.
Yeah, no shit. You had one.
But, with Gullwing, Mac Pro 3 trucks, G-Bones. Yeah, it was sick. But then my mum made me take it back. So then I ended up with just a surf shop complete Veriflex, Gary Valentine.
Gary Valentine. Dude, that was one of my first boards, a Gary Valentine Veriflex.
Was it the one with the street? Like,
yeah. No, mine actually, it was, no. My second one was a Gary Valentine. No. I had this weird Veriflex board. Maybe it wasn't a Gary Valentine, but I liked it because Gary Valentine skated for them. And then my actual first Christmas complete was a Lance Mountain power Peralta with bonite. I don't know if you ever heard of the bonite ones.
Yeah.
With layers of bonite, which was AKA fucking cardboard, really. And as soon as, like, if it got wet at all, or you start to grind your tail down, wear your tail down, it just turned into like trying to ollie on cardboard. It was so soft.
Yeah.
The progression. Yeah, right. So it was a Veriflex.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So then I just, learnt the basics then. Because, like, around that time was the 80s, so, a lot of ramps.
Yeah, nice. Like, if you had to reflect on your early years, like sort of from like 0 to 10 years old, like, do you have fond memories of your childhood?
No, to me, I didn't like it. Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, I was always like making other people happy. It felt like, because my brother was the golden child, so to speak. So then I was always the one picking up the pieces.
Okay.
I think, like I don't know. I saw my nana as my what would you say, motherly type. Yeah. She was rad. She'd support me. Like she'd always.
Is that just because she was around more?
Yeah. I think. I don't know, man. It was just one of those things. Like it was like, if I was playing soccer, I want those boots because I want to be running out there going, "Fuck, man, I got the freshest boots on. Like I'm going to kick a goal today." But but yeah, it wasn't that. She was just loving type. We'd have the same interests. Like she liked to draw and.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, like, what sort of interests did you have? Did you play any sport or?
Yeah, soccer. I set goals for myself. Like, I would, like, when I played tennis, I won a round robin. I did all those at winter comp, did that. Then I was like, I'm over this now. On to the next thing. Soccer was good. Then got to the selections, but then I was like, man, this is so rigged. So they come around and go, yeah, man, we want you to play for us.
For rep soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember that politics, like under 11s, there was like politics. Yeah, my dad was a badass. He'd call everyone out, scream at people on the sideline. It's just traumatic.
Yeah.
Scream at me mainly. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I had some.
So they had negative memories with that. Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know, there was more lows than there was highs. More
lows? Is it mainly because you felt like you didn't have a strong connection with your parents?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think, like, when I did need help, it was never there.
Okay.
I'd always get screamed at, why didn't you come to us before then? It's like, yeah, but you're not approachable. And I guess that's where I lack now. That sort of confidence to go up to people.
Do you?
Yeah. That's why like working at Vans now is rad because, I get to talk to people. I might not, and to me it's like if I don't get the sales, it doesn't matter. Like I'm still the customer's helping me deal with, because I've never been able to talk to people.
But inside yourself you're feeling insecurity. Interesting, because you don't present like that. You know that, don't you? Like you're very approachable, very personable. That's all I've seen of you.
Yeah, because I've always doubted myself. I think.
Have you?
Yeah.
Was it? I mean, did you sustain any like? Because I know a big one, especially in child psychology, is like if a parent puts a child down, it translates into their adult years. That lack of confidence.
Yeah,
it wasn't from that. It was just more from a lack of connection.
Well. Yeah, I think, I didn't like the man just getting hit all the time. That sucked. Yeah, because whoever fucking invented the metal spoon, fucking.
I thought it was a wooden spoon for this.
Yeah, but that fucking shit eventually break.
So there was some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like a lot of people go, to whip people into line. It's like, but there's a fucking point where that doesn't, like, I don't know, like with my kids, they're my friends. They're my best friends. Like you can teach them a lot. Like I think, yeah, not being biased, but I love my kids. They're my best friends.
Rad.
So yeah,
I like to think that too.
I mean,
My kids are young though.
yeah, but I think too, like going back to like the pent up stuff is, you know, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. Like my firstborn, you know, yeah.
Well, let's just go through a bit of a timeline of your life, because I really am interested in life stories, you know, and I'm interested in you and your life story, and you know, just we'll sort of go back a little bit to like, you know, your time at school as a young person. Like, how was that? Were you a good student?
Yeah,
It was. I
was classed as a class clown. Yeah,
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
So, what, are you looking for attention?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, what, cracking jokes?
Yeah, cracking jokes.
Didn't take it serious.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I was ever good, like reading or doing stuff. Yeah, I was more the practical type of dude, not the theory.
Hands on.
Yeah, it was like chefing. It was like I fudged it. Yeah.
Did you do home ec at school?
Oh yeah, that's gross.
They teach you how to boil an egg.
Yeah, it was like I only did 5 days a year 11. They were like, "This is couscous." I'm like, "Fuck."
Did you leave? Did you quit?
Yeah.
In year 11?
Yeah.
Good on you. And when you went to an apprenticeship or something?
No, I missed out on the apprenticeship, so I took a year off.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to skate. So,
Yes, sir. I did that too. And, like, were you, like, skating all through your high school years? Were they like your prime years of really going for it?
Yeah, they were. Like, yeah, high school was, the 90s.
How good were the 90s?
Yeah, because the 80s was just like, you know, I still remember the Thrasher mag. It was just like, skating's dead. When it had the tombstone on there, I always thought of that because everyone stopped skating.
In the early 90s?
Yeah, 80, 89, 90. Everyone's like, oh, man, if you're a skater, you'll get your head flushed at school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fuck that. I'm still going to skate. So, yeah. But it was I don't know, man. It was freedom. Like, school, I don't know. I was always in trouble. I remember finding $2, and it was back when there was still, like, sisters. So I remember getting the fucking cane for the $2 that was in the out of bounds area. Like, wow.
So you were old enough for the cane still existed. Yeah, so was I. Like, I was on the last year of it, and I remember I got the cane. I was in year 6, and it traumatized me. It was more the whole situation of like being in this office with this man and a stick by myself. It was terrible.
Yeah, because when you look back at the Catholic schools, like majority of the priests over there, they'd all be accused of like fucking kiddie touching.
So you went to a Catholic school. So your parents are Catholic.
Yeah,
Strong, like devout Catholic, pretty strong.
No, my mum's side was. Yeah.
Church on Sundays.
Yeah.
You would go.
Yeah.
Till what age?
Till I think about 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got that foundation. How do you feel about it now? About religion in general?
Yeah, I don't. It's because a lot of the stuff that they were preaching, they never followed. So I think too, like, it's. I know there's a higher power out there that's been able to help me throughout the years. From the fateful day, the darkest day in Thailand, how I made it through that, and then other parts throughout life was just, there's something out there. But I'm not like, it was like, I don't like going to the house that I grew up in because it just holds so many negative, like, just, all the pain that I grew up with there was just,
Listen, man, just to clarify, you don't need to talk about anything you don't want to talk about, and I definitely don't want to like trigger any old hurt like feelings. So I'm sorry to hear that though. How do you feel like you've self-managed since those days? Like did you just turn to substances as a way to self-manage?
Yeah.
Self-regulate? Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think it worked for a while?
Up until that day, I think that's when I'd been shaken that much. That was time to explode. And
Yeah.
just wanted to check out.
Yeah, man.
And that's the hardest thing because, I've seen psychologists and all that, but it's just, it helps for a bit, but then fucking as soon as you walk out of them doors, it's back to reality.
Yeah. You talk about like that day. Would you consider that your rock bottom?
Yeah. I dwelled. I was for a couple of months there. I didn't know what to do. I was just like a cicada shell, man. Just fucking on a tree, just waiting for something. Yeah.
In Thailand?
No, not when I came back home.
Excuse me.
But
So-
over there, I was just, I was just an empty man.
Tell the story then after that day where you sort of had a breakdown. Like, what transpired from there?
Back then, like I put it out on Facebook, like I needed fucking help, and then everyone's going, "Look, fuck the job, come back home." And I was like, "Yeah, but chefing is the only thing that I'd done for 25 years, so I didn't know what else to do if I was to come back home." Like, so I basically went to the dude. I said, "Look, the manager." I'm like, "Dude, I have to go. Like, I can't fucking do this anymore. Like, I'm lying. Like, but I need to go. I think I'm done. I'm done with hospitality." But I finished out the 3 days and then jumped on a plane and came home.
Did you? And is that, you talk about like sobriety, did you make a decision in that time to stop drinking and using drugs?
Well,
Or how did that journey go?
I had, before I flew over, 3 months, I was 3 months sober into, so June 27th of 2017, I stopped drinking. My wife didn't know. Two weeks in, she didn't know that I'd just cold turkey stop. And so I was over there like, well, this is new. But I'd had a drug problem that I was still wanting to kick. So there was just days like where, ice is fucked, dude. That shit is bad. Like there was not a moment there that I wasn't fucking flying.
When did the ice use start?
That's 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, like, how does that something come about? I mean, I know people smoke weed, and I understand that ice is quite available and cheap. Is that what it was? Or was it just out of curiosity initially?
Yeah, it was curiosity, I think, because always had the speed and stuff like that, and then ice was creeping in at that stage back 2000 and I don't know.
Yeah,
6
I
or something.
remember,
But
yeah.
it was heaps early, but and then it was just something to pep you up and keep you going.
Gotcha.
I'm not making it like the shit's bad. It's no good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, and I guess also like with that, the addictive nature of it, like the physical addiction, like how painful is that to like when you stop to go cold turkey on?
Yeah, you just at the lowest. So add that to your yeah.
I mean, like, did you get support for it, or
No.
you just did it cold turkey yourself? No one supported you. Your wife?
No, she didn't know that I was on it.
Okay. Does she know now?
Yeah.
You've talked about this? Okay.
So it's just a lot of stuff because I think throughout my life I've not had anyone to talk to. So I've I don't know, it's going to sound like I'm Yeah, I just talk to myself a lot.
Dude, so do I.
Yeah,
Conversations with yourself.
yeah,
Conversations with people that you wish you could have conversations with, and what you would say to them.
Mm.
There's nothing crazy about that at all, man.
But yeah, that's what I do. I talk to myself.
It's fine.
And
And has that worked?
in some ways, yeah. It just, I don't know. I just get angry at myself. Like, yeah,
Angry because of
just why I became that person, and it wasn't me. But I'm stoked where I'm at now. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I get lost. I reckon I've just fried my brain that much.
I don't agree. You're coherent, and you're kind, and you're hardworking, and you're dedicated. And it's interesting because I identify with that harshness with yourself. You know, I mean, you said you spoke to psychologists. Have they ever just said that maybe you were just doing whatever you had to do to survive?
No.
Maybe you were, like, and that helped you survive. Like, you know, that's all you could do.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm really impressed about is that you just made a decision one day to stop everything, alcohol, the drugs,
Yeah.
and just went cold turkey. Didn't go to any support programs or anything like that.
No.
And that was when?
So yeah, 2017 was the drinking, because that was fucking hectic, and the cigarettes, man.
Did you quit smoking as well?
Yeah, so that was a year after. Yeah, because it was a year after, because I broke my ankle.
Okay.
So I knew to heal quicker is to get off the cigarettes.
Yeah.
So then I just dumped that straight away.
It's like this is pretty exceptional. Like 3 of maybe the hardest things, 3 of the most addictive substances. You just quit. Was it just a matter of you were just sick and tired of it? You were
Yeah.
just sick and tired.
Yeah.
And has your life improved since?
It has. I think, like, I've become a better husband, a better father.
How'd you meet your current wife?
She's we worked together. She was a waitress.
Nice.
She was a solid worker. I was like, wow. So yeah, she's just an unreal person.
Rad, man.
You know, I'm so lucky to have her.
Have you got kids together?
Yeah.
How many?
We've got 2 girls together, but yeah, she's got a boy to another partner, ex,
Yep.
and I've got the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been married once before? Or
No.
you had a relationship and have another child?
Yeah.
How old were you when that one occurred?
I just turned 21.
Okay.
So
Pretty young.
Yeah.
And you had a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you mind if we talk about it?
Yeah, man. Yeah. This is good. Thank you. So humbled to be here.
Dude, mate, it's my pleasure. And I guess where I'm always cautious with these conversations is that I just want you to know that I have the utmost respect for you, and I don't want to pry into anything that you don't want to speak about. And so at any time, just say I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
You know, but I do want to add, and what I've learnt, you know, from doing this thing for like a while now, is that this vulnerability that you're showing to me right now, and these are pretty heavy topics. These are what really hit people and help them with their own feelings of isolation. So you said you felt isolated in your mind with your issues, and when people are engaging in substance abuse, there's so many secrets around it. It's very secretive behavior. They're keeping secrets all the time. They're lying all the time about their use and things like that. So, you know, you sharing your journey, man, you just don't know who's going to hear it or who needs to hear it.
Yeah.
So they can maybe reflect on their own behavior.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's my rant. Yeah, so bit of a toxic relationship, ended pretty early.
Yeah, I think when I was only a 3rd-year apprentice.
Yeah.
Then, and yeah, so I was always working. I yeah, I was up in Blue Mountains actually working. So she moved back here to Newcastle, and yeah, she was seeing another dude.
Oh, okay. It's pretty
And
heavy.
bills weren't getting paid. So yeah, and the job ran up, and then I came back to massive debt.
And you had to carry that debt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because all the stuff that I'd worked hard to, couches and all that stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, it's but yeah, then the legal,
What was the legal stuff mainly over?
So it was just all about child support then. Then it was just that game
Okay.
where I was just it felt
custody?
yeah. So yeah, it was just every weekend or something like that. So it's hard, like in hospitality, to get weekends off. And did the mediation. They're going, maybe you need to find another, line of work. I'm like,
Why?
Because it didn't free up my weekends.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that was hard because to get a chef job, it was just get off the just come off the street straight into the kitchen, start cooking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's hard. I didn't see much of him growing up, so I saw the first probably 9 months.
Okay. And then because of your shift work and the custody that you were able to obtain meant that you had a limited time allocation.
Yeah, and then it got to a point of like supervised visits. I'm like, oh my God. Like then just all, I was just like second guessing myself, going, what am I, a monster? Like what's happened? Why has this happened?
Just out of curiosity, what was the justification for that?
I don't know.
Was there allegations or accusations made against you?
She just, I think she always wanted this dude, and
This other guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just, I don't know. I don't know what it does.
Man. So let's talk about skateboarding.
Yeah, dude.
So, like, the street skating was mainly a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Dude, around Newcastle.
Yeah.
Such a rad scene through the 90s. Do you remember Ben Cox?
Yes, I do.
Dude, because he was actually, aside from being from Newcastle, he's just one of my favourite Australian skaters. Yeah. From the day I seen him in like skate mags, and then I seen him in Gordo's Australian skate video Plebs.
Yeah.
I was like, that guy rules. Who is he? Yeah. So, you skate with him ever?
Nah, I'd seen him skate, but never skated with him because they had all the guys there, like T.E., Brett Eberhard, Chris Yo, Tommy, Brett Peoples. Oh man, Nick Carr, man. If it wasn't for Nick, dude, he showed me the ways of skating and all the music and stuff like that. Dean Wells. So
You remember Dean Wells?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, man, like Newey skate. I mean, I'd only go into there once a month.
Okay. Because you live how far out of the centre of Newcastle?
Oh, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you're a teenager, that's a whole nother country.
And especially on 38 mil wheels back then.
Early 90s. I was thinking about, remember that 90s skater, Ron Knigge?
Yeah.
Like, he was at the height of, like, when skateboarding hit the biggest depression in the early 90s, and it went really fat pants, really small wheels, and, like, curb skating where you do, like, 1,000 combinations, like no slow, crooked grind, and just, like, back and forth, like, I don't know, all sorts of... He was, like, the king of that stuff. Ron Knigge, man. Small wheels, baggy pants.
Killer.
Dude, were you, like, into really baggy pants?
No, not so much. They were too big.
Yeah,
they were too big.
Keppers, remember Keppers?
Keppers were sick.
Yeah, like my feet used to get caught in the bottom of them, like toe to heel, and sometimes you'd be pushing and your feet would get stuck and you'd fall, like you'd get all locked up. Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, no, man.
Do you remember Jamie Fletcher?
Yeah, man. Fuck, I forgot about him.
Jamie
Damn.
Fletcher.
So many.
And the mini ramp down by the beach.
Yep.
Have you seen the skate park is on the beach now at Newcastle is restarting construction? Do you know anything about that? I only randomly heard on the weekend.
I think they're saying it'll be finished next year.
Damn, dude.
I know. It's been blown out like 30-something mil.
30 mil.
Yeah.
Like, have you actually seen the final design of it?
No.
No. Surely it's going to be epic. It's great.
I hope so.
It's just a minute from my house.
A lot of memories from the old one. But yeah, it sucks that they got rid of like all the graffiti because that's just part of, the culture.
On the wall. Yeah.
I'm stoked that we got photos like with family and stuff when there was graffiti. But
You did?
yeah.
When you say family, like brothers, sisters?
No,
kids?
my kids, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So how old are your kids now?
My stepson, 25. My son is 24 this year. And then, 18. My littlest girl, she's 10.
Okay. Dude, hands full. Yeah, it's just the best. I'm so glad I had a daughter. Oh, my God. I love my son. I do love my son, but there's something about father-daughter relationship. Like, I always like in my mind, it's like I want a son, little boy to go skating with, and I've got that.
Yeah.
But I guess with my daughter, it's different. Yeah, she's a good one. She's a creative little thing. Yeah, man. So, I guess I want to talk about like I want to go back into like, where you are now. You've made this decision. And it was based on just this desire to raise awareness around, mental illness, mental health, and suicide prevention.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's close to your heart.
Yeah, man. Like, I've been, obviously, I have depression and stuff. I know, like, everyone says it. But I mean, like, when COVID hit, like, it's like, welcome to my world. Fuck, you're just experiencing it now. But I've been inside my head for years. But wanting to, I think after I had the meniscus rip off the bone, and then, so basically a truck with no bushings, day one song. But yeah, I was like, fuck it. Like, I want to give back. And, skating, I owe a lot to skating. I owe a lot to music, and I owe a lot to my wife and to anyone else that this is going to touch. This is something that, I lived a life of like fast pace, non-stop, and now it's just time to, I know, just, fuck, it's going to be rad because when you're on a skateboard, man, it's just you and fucking you and yourself.
And you feel really inspired. So tell us, what happened to your knee? Like, has it just been an ongoing, like, is it just a gradual injury, or was there a specific moment where you completely blew your knee out?
Yeah, I think when I look back, when I was in the kitchens, I think I always had like this feeling, like when you bend down, it felt like something was in the joint. And I didn't know that, I'd ripped the medial side, so the roots and all. So I was just flapping around there for God knows how long. And then, all it took was to come off straight-legged, and then I ripped the lateral off. Just felt this twang, and I was just like, my God.
And it's never really recovered since?
No, I mean,
So you had surgery?
No, I went to the first dude, the specialist was like, yep, okay, we'll book you in. And, I had to resign from my job, so I had no income. So I'm like, you go to the physios and, $400, they just watch you hop on a exercise bike for 15 minutes. I'm like, fuck, I'm in the wrong career. Like,
Yeah. It's expensive.
But, I think I've just been learning about myself, like what foods offset my joints, all that type of thing. But,
like reducing inflammation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then I went to a second specialist, and I said, "Look, dude, can you just dumb it down to me?" He goes, "Look, you basically were fucked since the day you were born. You got bowed legs, so you know." I said, "What are you telling me?" Like, yeah, I said, "So I just go hard and until I, break them." He's like, "Yeah, dude," because he doesn't want to do the surgery. So then 15 years, get another lot. But I was just in limbo, going, "What do I do?" So I'm like, well, it's hard because I had that 20-year hiatus off the board, and getting back on the board, it was just, this was what was missing in my life. It helped me so much, like dealing with stuff that was going on. I could jump on a board and then just focus on that. But yeah, I think now just doing the big push, it's just like building the muscles around my knee, so then I can in 7 months do this mad push. And I think I've said, come on knees, push 5-day tour. But yeah.
So your knee was already, you said you were born with bowed legs, so already prone to easy injury and the wearing out of the meniscus.
Yeah.
So where are you now with your knees, like in terms of injury wise? You got no meniscus, you got no cartilage.
Yeah. So now I've got osteoarthritis behind the knee.
Right.
And then there's a little bit on the left hand side, but yeah.
Okay.
Like they said, like we can, cut your tibia, make a wedge, and straighten your leg. But then that's going to put pressure on your left leg, and then I'm like, dude, nah.
Like big operation.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, that's just
So what can they do? What are you going to do? Do you need an operation?
Well, I'm hoping like after this push, we'll see where we're at. But yeah, I want to get it fixed because
Okay. So you're telling me you're going to like skate 300 kilometers with osteoarthritis in your knee?
Yeah.
No cartilage.
Yeah. Bone on bone.
But you've never had it fixed. Why haven't you had it fixed in the past? Is it because you can't afford it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess Australian public health system, they can't do it, or it's an elective. That's still considered an elective surgery.
Yeah.
So you'd have to be on a wait list that could be who knows how long.
Yeah.
Right. But if you want to get it done immediately, it's private.
Yeah.
And you don't have private health insurance.
Yeah. Which is like you're looking, 18,000?
Through the private. Yeah, like if you were to pay for it privately.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can have a healthcare fund, but still you got to pay.
Yeah.
It's just not an option for you. Interesting.
It's hard because like I'm always been like a person that, with jobs always on the go. I couldn't sit behind a desk. So that like trying to get a job, it's rendered getting one, like, because you've got to stipulate that your knee's not right.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so right, like if they ask you about your medical check.
Yeah, can you climb a ladder? That type of thing.
Yeah, interesting. And you can't do those things. Can't climb ladders.
Oh, I can climb it. Yeah,
but you couldn't do it for a job.
But because
So you couldn't get into any other like sort of emergency services or any other jobs similar to that?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't.
But what about like you work in retail, it's okay, you're just standing on your feet all day.
Yeah, which is hard. Like I always I take 2 pairs of shoes so I can mix it up, like the FP inners and stuff like that.
Oh, what, to give you some relief?
Yeah.
And are you on painkillers?
Oh, just Advil.
Advil.
Yeah, because I didn't, I didn't want to be on like, be one of those people that's just popping them like Tic Tacs. But yeah, just to bring down the inflammation.
But do you think it's made it hard for you to get work because of the constant pain you're in? Almost like a disability.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real grey area though, isn't it? It's like because the system wouldn't consider it a disability. And it's an elective surgery, but it's definitely reducing the quality of your life.
So it's one of those things like get it done, be off. I don't know how long the recovery is, but yeah.
Dude, it's a pretty rad story. That you want someone with that kind of injury and arthritis wants to do this. Do you think you're going to be able to do it, honestly?
Hell yeah, man. I'm going to do it. Gleaming the cube.
Gleaming the cube. Christian Slater?
Hell yeah.
A lot of people won't get that reference. Christian Slater and Gleaming the Cube. Okay, here's a pop quiz for you. Who was the Hollywood actor that starred in the movie Thrashing?
Fuck.
Come on, you got this, man. Fuck.
Yeah, he's played fucking, what's the dude?
And he's not an actual skater.
Doesn't he? He skates, man.
Probably skates a little bit, but he's a Hollywood actor guy.
Josh Brolin.
Yeah, you go, man. Josh Brolin.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, he's cool.
What's your favourite skate video of all time?
I don't know, man. I loved Colour. I loved Markovic. He was just rad.
Yeah,
Just
you're a fan, huh?
Yeah. Just
What do you,
raw skating.
yeah,
Just,
what do you like about him?
he skates fast. He skates fast. He's like artistic. It's just fuck, dude. He's just rad, dude.
Yeah.
Like we've always like talked on through Insta and stuff like that. So
Nice.
but
It gives you the time.
yeah. Oh, and thanks to anyone that just gets back to me on Insta, man. I'm fucking humbled and grateful for that.
Have you found because I find Instagram's really good for that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I've met some rad people.
connected with people through Instagram.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. It's like modern day.
Yeah.
It
Like
sort of brings the world together.
Ricky Roberts. Fuck yeah.
Shout
man.
out Ricky.
Yeah. Sid.
Sid Tapia?
Yeah.
Lovely.
So it's good, man. I like people that just take the time out just to reply, man.
Yeah. So do you think this is part of you building your self-confidence and the courage to talk to people?
Yeah, because I was always worried about like what other people thought.
Because the skate scene can be and has been pretty judgmental in the past.
Hell yeah.
Did you copy any of that back in the day?
Yeah, a lot.
Did you get cool guide by anyone?
Yeah, a lot of the newie skaters, because they'd all sit along the brick wall and vibe you out. Yeah.
Why?
Because you just
Didn't have the right shoes on.
Yeah, just didn't have the right gear. You weren't fresh enough.
Yeah, there was that vibe up here. Interesting. Yeah, it was definitely I was everywhere especially in the 90s.
But I think, yeah.
Do you think that vibe's mellowed out a lot? I think skaters are way more accepting than they used to be.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be that type of thing. But I don't know, man. I'm just you call them dudes that just roll by themselves.
Yeah, nice. I think at the top end of things, like with the better skaters and who are, the ones that are really on top of their game, vying for sponsorships and, being around the right people, I think there's that competitive nature. So they are like probably judging each other, talking shit behind each other's back. Like that's just I also think it's a young person behavior.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I'm enjoying skating more than I ever have, because I'm just past all that now, and I'm actually just purely loving skateboarding. I'm not doing it to get sponsored. I'm not doing it for recognition. It's just pure love.
Yeah, man, but you rip.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, dude. What about our little skate the other week?
Yeah, that was good.
It was fun, man.
I just wish, wasn't broken.
But this is the thing. Like, you impressed me with your determination. Like, you still were having a go. And really pushing fast and doing what your body was allowing you to do, man. Yeah. And I remember I heard an interview with Jamie Thomas. It was a few years back now. I forget what it was on. And someone said to him, like, I'm in my 40s. Am I too old to skate? And he's like, dude, just roll around and just see what manifests, and your body will tell you what's still in there and what's not. And then you can start to push that boundary a bit more, Yeah. But I also think we're in this era of just so many older dudes ripping, you mentioned Markovic is such a key one, but there's...
Yeah, Ron Allen, man, 60.
Dude, Ron Allen, ripping, dude.
What age is this now?
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Even Jason Ellis did 540 a few weeks ago. Hadn't done one in 20 years or something.
Yeah.
Pretty inspirational. And I go skating a lot with Sydney skater Darren Kealy, and I went skating with on the weekend. And I mean, like, honestly, it's hard to decipher if he's 47 or 27. Like, he backside 180 kickflip.
Yeah, that was a rad shot too.
I banked over like a pretend hydrant, call it like a knob or whatever. But the catch and the landing and everything, the pop, the spring, everything was as good as you'd want it to be. And that shit inspires me. But and I say this all the time on the podcast, and because I know how Darren lives his life, his good skateboarding is merely a manifestation of good living.
Yeah.
He's eating clean. He's not. Oh, well, I don't know if he drinks. I don't think he really drinks much, or if at all. He's doing yoga. He's always just looking after his body.
Yep.
And it's amazing what your body can do when you look after it. So
yeah.
So you're calling it the big push?
Yeah. I don't know. Come on knees, push, 5-day tour. I don't know.
The big push.
Come on feet. Yeah.
You haven't got a name for it yet?
No.
So you want to raise awareness for, you mentioned 2 organisations.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Waiting for one to get back to me, which is, so I know Talk to Me Bro is one of them.
They're in. I spoke to Jack Brown today, actually. I'll text with him.
And what's
Brave?
Yeah. It is Foundation Brave.
Right.
Yeah. So I've just, those 2 are just, I don't know, man. They speak to me in volumes. So it's
awesome.
just, man, like Foundation Brave doing workshops for kids.
Kids who?
Just with depression, drugs, gambling, that type of thing, just to, give them the skills to,
Give them the skills to what, like communicate?
Yeah, teach resilience, emotional.
Life skills?
Yeah, pretty much. Courage to live life well.
Yeah, nice. It's good.
So they go into the schools and, Yeah,
because these are non-for-profit organisations. I know Talk to Me Bro is raising awareness around suicide prevention, and also they do workshops on teaching people on how to have conversations and how to support people, friends, family members that are struggling.
Yeah.
It's great.
Men and women. Yeah.
Men and women. And it did start as Talk to Me Bro. Yeah. And if you listen to, I've done 2 episodes with founder of Talk to Me Bro, Jack Brown, or co-founder, I think. And he tells the story as to how it came about. And obviously it came about in the worst way.
Yeah.
Through the loss of a close friend. And he tells the story of how the name came about. But they do a lot of initiatives for women as well. And it's really interesting because it was founded in Wollongong, but they also have a very strong Newcastle chapter.
Yeah.
And I'm just like sort of stoked that it's like a little part of Wollongong for me up here. And I've seen them down at Dixon Park Beach. They do the ice bars and they all sit around and have coffee and just have a chat. Why do you think talking to friends works?
I don't know. It's even like I was always like talk to strangers because everyone's got like a story. I think everyone's got a pick a path. It's like a pick a path book, really. You choose. I'm just I think just to, I don't know. It's hard for me because I never really talk to anyone. So it's.
What do you mean you've never really talked to anyone?
I've never been open.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. And that's changing though?
Yeah, slowly. I think it's one of those things like the learning to unlearn, to relearn.
Okay. Do you open up to your wife?
No.
No? Okay.
It's hard because I think, it's been, I don't know, man, like it's, this might sound weird, but I think because I was scared of my mom growing up, I think I'm just like scared of women.
Okay.
Which might sound weird, but I don't know. I just don't know how to talk to people. That's the biggest thing.
It's hard, man. And it takes a lot of courage to come on a podcast with a microphone in your face and me sitting here constantly pointing at the microphone going, speaking to the fucking microphone. So, like, again, man, like, thank you for doing it. And I hope it actually,
thank you.
I really hope like this is part of your journey in terms of building that self-assurance.
Yeah.
It's good. Now listen, man, I noticed you've written, I guess, what can only be described as like a mission statement. And I think it's epic, and I'd really like it if you read it out to the audience. Would you mind?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Speaking to the fucking microphone.
All right. Bear with me, guys. All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Nathaniel Keeley, a.k.a. Chef Warner, Chefy, Sprat, Nat, Nate, and all other names. Oh, yeah, I used to get called Nothing or Zero. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm a husband, father, an ex-alcoholic, drug addict, and suicide survivor. I'm also a skater from Lake Macquarie near Newcastle. And on Sunday, the 23rd of June 2024, I will begin skating 301 Ks from Port Macquarie Skate Park to the shores of Warners Bay, Lake Macquarie, over 5 days to raise funds for some local organisations who provide much-needed education and support in addiction and suicide awareness and prevention. By the takeoff date, I will have been sober for 7 years. In doing so, I have completely changed my life for the better. I have learned to find a balanced routine between the mental and physical aspects of life along my personal journey, and more about myself as I go. I wouldn't have been able to attempt this skate from postcode to postcode without the energy and focus that sobriety has given me. My goal is to highlight the importance of finding something you are passionate about and believe in your life to focus on. Skating is mine. The monies raised will be donated directly to Talk to Me Bro and Foundation Brave. Both are based in Newcastle, with Talk to Me Bro having another chapter in Wollongong. Every dollar raised directly funds their workshops, immediately impacting young and old lives. So, yeah, man, I'm just, thank you for being a part of this. It means more to me than you could ever know. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Peace, love, and mung beans.
Yes, dude. Nice, man. Well done.
I don't know, man. I'm so grateful and thankful. I'm so
Grateful and thankful for what?
For you having me here, man.
Of course.
And meeting and just being a rad human, dude.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah.
But dude, like I said, it's a great cause, and I will put links in this episode's show notes to those organisations. I guess I should clarify that Talk to Me Bro will be doing a marketing campaign around this, and they will be promoting Nathan's mission and support of that, and how you can donate and support. But either way, I'll still have links to those organisations in this show notes, and get on and donate and support, or get involved, attend some of the workshops that they do put on, or some of their initiatives like the ice bath and coffee mornings on Fridays. And yeah, get talking, and keep an eye out, because 2024 is going to be a good year. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, with as a society though, we've been through a lot over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
We really have. And I hate to say this, and I don't want to sound all morbid, the world is in a really bad state at the moment. And I really feel like what you're doing is like a beacon of hope. It's like we're not giving up,
Yeah.
And the other thing is that we are, I think, on the back of the real economic crisis from COVID is only going to hit. We're entering a recession, People are under a lot of financial strain right now. And so, I think you doing this is, and okay, obviously donations are good, but it's more just like raising awareness, getting involved, talking and being part of things. Yeah. And I guess, what would you say to someone else who may have ideas for doing something similar? What would you say to them?
Man, just do it. Yeah, for sure. Then you can look back at it, especially my daughters. They can look at it and go, man, my dad, look at him. I know when I've gone to the skate parks, my daughter's like, Dad, you're hopeless. You just fall over all the time. I'm like, but that's what skating is. You take more L's than 2 W's. But yeah, she's funny. But yeah, man, like I think there's a quote there from the Crouching Tiger. Yeah, it's like whatever path you decide to take in life, be true to yourself. And I think, man, that's something that I was never true to myself. I just was like Mr. Squiggle. It was always just high up in the clouds, but now I'm just down here and I just, more grounded than ever.
Dude, that's so rad, man.
So, yeah, if I can give some rad energy to people, then, yeah.
Yes, sir. I think that might be a good way to end. What do you
Okay.
reckon? Mr. Nathaniel Keeley.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody.
Thank you, Shan.
Chef Wana. You.